Hey, so I'm gonna make a random video here. First thing, this is my desk. So this is a cheesy little desk that I bought off of Amazon for $100 or something, and this has become my setup where I film. So I got a big heavy duty tripod, big heavy duty extender arm, and I got these big LED light panels. Since my room is horribly lit, oh my god, I've got 2 of those little lights, guys. It's pathetic. So when I started filming these videos originally, it became quickly apparent that I was desperately in need of lighting. So I found these light panels. They're awesome. They're on Amazon. Not the cheapest things in the world, but they're pretty cool. Then I got some cloth to soften the light so it's not so harsh, and ultimately ended up getting this big black pad. Now I've been thinking about that for a long time before I got it, and I started seeing it in a bunch of different videos, and I liked it. And then what actually ended up happening is I was doing some wax seals, and the wax got on this desk, completely ruined it. This is like totally ruined right here. It's rough. So if I was going to write or something, it would ruin the writing. So that spurred me into getting this big black leather pad. I can't even remember if it's a pleather or actual real leather, but I am not a super cheap guy, so I could look it up real quick and see. I think it's real leather. So anyway, nice black pad. Love it. Makes a nice contrast for the stamps and the items that I put on the desk. So makes just a nice work surface. I love it. And then besides that, I've accrued a cup that has all my writing utensils and even a chopstick, because you just never know, guys. Then I've got stamp mounts here, or hinges, excuse me. Keep my hinges close at hand. My lighter fluid. This is actually my hip stamp store, at least part of it. I put all the just stamps in this little box here. Is as small as my store is so far. And then all my covers that I've listed, I put in a notebook. And so anyways, I'm going to go over this coming up. I just got this box there. So anyways, I always have had this ultraviolet light. Oh my gosh, this thing is worth every penny. This is the long ultraviolet light. This helps you identify tagged postage stamps. I also keep right here a little Exacto knife set. I find these to be convenient, it's just random. You never know, random moments to be like, oh, if only I had a really like a razor's edge, and boom, I always do. So that's super convenient. And then I have a little tiny scale, and this guy is for itty bitty things I need to weigh. Or sometimes I have a whole bag of the same stamp, and I weigh an individual stamp and then weigh all the stamps and then do the math to figure out how many stamps must be in the bunch. So that saves me a bunch of time instead of counting a whole freaking load of hundreds of stamps. So my tape, simple, right? This is my candle. This is actually just some scented tea candles I bought. It came in this little holder just for fun. It was pretty cheap, $10 or something, with the whole box of candles. And I actually burn them down a little bit in this, and then I use them with my wax stand to make wax seals. They're a little too tall, unfortunately, out of the get-go, so I gotta use them. Then they're perfect. So anyway, that's just kind of random. Over here, I have my Watermark Tray and my perf gauge and measuring device. Keep those handy dandy. I also got the Carson Lumi loop. That's kind of mainly for postcards, but I have found that it certainly makes for just an incredibly quick, easy zoom in on just about anything that you need. You just want to get a closer look at pretty much anything. This thing is great. And then I got some random, oh god, I don't even know if those are ceramic or something, bowls. I bought an expensive Le Creuset pan and pot, and they gave me these for free. There's also another one in this set, and I use these for like keep my little tags and stuff in this guy. Little stamp mount, paper clip, I don't know, just kind of useful things that I haven't used. And this is actually my garbage bin, so any kind of, I cut a little scrap, little piece of paper, tags, anything, I just put them in here. If I find garbage stamps, and when it's full, I toss it. Little notepad, of course, can't go wrong. My 3 stamp tongs here, always ready to go. And then my letter opener and my scissors. And then I have beneath that little cheat sheet, this is flat and rotary measurements, so you can identify you know, flat or rotary printed stamps. It just helps me to have the measurements written out. I can't always remember. And then I wrote a little cheat sheet for, since I have eBay and Hip Stamp Store, just the sizing of stuff. Help speed me up a little bit. I can't remember all the different sizes and shipping rates, and it's tough. So anyways, this is my little setup here, and I love it. It's, you know, I got my microphone right there, and usually what happens is, oh, by the way, yeah, so I got this screw down camera stand, this big articulating arm, and this thing is fantastic. I love this thing. You can move it, you can tighten the joints or loosen them to make it easier or harder to move. It articulates in almost every way that you could ever want. Like this comes loose, right? So this thing can kind of do like a whole, loosen a bit more, swivel. And then this knob loosens this. And so this can pivot pretty much any way you want it to. And it has little cutouts, so I can raise it into the cutout like that. Sorry for the lighting. And then there's also a pivot, you know, here. So, and then the camera can pivot. This is where you actually screw the camera on that. Anyway, yeah, you get it. Just massive ton of pivots. So I found this thing to be just like, just a little tricky with one hand, whatever. So this is where what I used to make most of my videos, and it's just super duper convenient. Man, the only problem is, even if you tighten it down, and this is an issue, the only issue that I have with this thing, which I was aware of when I bought it, they did warn me, is that it wobbles, and it totally does. I hate to say it. So yeah, even if you like tighten things down, when since it's screwed onto the desk, if I just put my hand on the desk, it shakes. You see it shaking? And that causes the camera wobble. It's super duper light duty stuff to make it wobble, and it'll just kind of keep going. Look at that. So that is just one thing that is just not as great. I even tried to get all fancy. I bought like heavy duty rubber bands, and I put them from knob to knob, and tried to put them, you know, just rubber bands to like absorb the wobble, and I couldn't get it to go away. So basically, this is just too bad for me. It's just the nature of it. But anyway, I absolutely love it. You know, I put my camera, screw it on right here, and then it's hands-free. I don't have to hold the camera like I am right now. Plug in the microphone, and so that's hands-free too. And boy, I've spent a lot of time and effort making this setup over many months, and this is where I'm at now. You know, unfortunately for me, guys, I have a pretty small space, a pretty limited space in here. This is not a huge room, and I kind of make do with what I have. Since I have such a small amount of space, I really have to utilize it critically. That's part of why I ended up getting these cabinets, is just way too many stamps to sort. And I needed to somehow logically sort them in like a confined, organized manner, and these cabinets came to light. But yeah, I sit here and work on my stamps. Got the big old 4K, what was that thing? OLED. Oh yeah. So I got the big old OLED TV right there, 4K, and I just sit here and watch all kinds of stuff. Working in confined space kind of sucks, because you'll see the light is blocking the TV, so I kind of got to do this sometimes. Get all my crap out of the way just to watch a movie. I even got to pull the desk back so I can see the bottom of the TV, and hits my keyboard. And I am totally confined in here, guys. It's tight space. I was using that other tripod back there before, and it was so ridiculous. Trying to, I had it like over there, and I'd be smacking the tripod with my foot, and there's a tripod leg over here already, and it just was too many tripods. And that's what kind of led me towards I used to have the camera on the tripod. I got rid of it and got that arm. So that's like my little setup here. And then I do have basically this box right here is just full of all kinds of tools and stuff that I use. And so let me show you just for fun. I come over here, I gotta reach up and get my box. And, oopsie. I was like living out of this thing when I started collecting stamps. This really became my anything and everything box. And I just have a bunch of stuff. That's a bookmark, magnifying glass. This is my big, my actual favorite gauge for measuring perfs, this big multi-gauge. Absolutely love that. It looks like I was keeping I haven't used it for a little bit, but I was keeping a stack of, just used stock cards and glass scenes. Wax, beads for seals, big giant. This is actually to cross out old barcodes on packages. Then we got some gloves, keep clean when you're working on the stamps. Got my microscope, pencil sharpener. All right, so these are the acrylic markers that I used to write on the stockbook pages, since this actually just wipes off with water or some alcohol. Is fantastic. Then I got a tiny little set of finer ones. I actually completely forgot about that. A little whiteout, a Allen wrench, don't know what that's about. A little, these were the original candles that came with my wax melter. And yeah, so bags, pencil, random stuff, some markers. I forget even this this came for free from Mystic for checking perfs. Don't need this one, but I figured why not keep it. So here's my little box of stuff, and pretty much anytime I need any of this, it's just right there. It's pretty convenient, except for that I do now have these gigantoid boxes in the way, and this is, turn up the ISO for you guys. This is my worldwide tub, and that's my US tub. I was using a box and decided I didn't like that, and I got these. Oh my god, by the way, side note, why are containers so expensive, guys? Oh my god. Anyways, yeah, so this is kind of a mess at the moment. I would open it up and show you, but I have all this stuff on here I'm still working through, but all kinds of stuff. Man, have I got some stuff in this tub now. It's dense. There's a lot of stuff in there. And my US one is definitely smaller. For my grab bags that I'm selling, I'm kind of hoping and praying that everybody will start liking my worldwide more, because I'm gonna run out of US stuff, and I have way more worldwide stamps that I'm wanting to get rid of in here. They're awesome stuff. There's so much stuff. So anyways, that's my gigantoid tub. So I hope you enjoyed a little step into my space. Just figured I'd share just for fun. I'm actually about to make another video right after this where I just kind of show and tell some stuff, and then I have intentions of this weekend also making the next episode of Kyle's Cabinets, which will be episode 4. So really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you found this interesting. Just wanted to share. This is my space.